broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey!
Hey! Look who's back, y'all!
What?
You gotta do the Harlem Shake. This is my first time.
You gotta hold your shirt down like this?
No, I hated the Harlem Shake because I've always had big boobs, so I'm like, I can't be shaking like that.
You have to wear certain bras so stuff ain't moving.
Sports bras. Yo, what up, AfterBuzz? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy here in studio for the Real Housewives of Atlanta AfterBuzz TV After Show. I'm joined in studio by Miss Courtney Stewart.
What's up, y'all?
Miss Pink English.
Hey!
And Miss Shar Jossell.
Hey, everybody.
Hey. All right, so we totally got a filler episode.
A snooze fest, if you will.
What number we on? Is this 12, 13?
I think we're gonna be almost
Are
done.
we halfway there?
This is 10.
Girl.
10. Oh, we have like
We're
8 more episodes.
We do.
You said they're going to do 18?
18 or 19, yeah.
I thought we were doing like 30.
No.
But I'm assuming that actually includes the reunion, so.
Oh, God.
Please,
no,
let there
it's
only be
probably
like
a
15
3-part
episodes.
reunion. It's probably a 3-part
No,
reunion.
I think we're gonna get 15 episodes.
So 15
and
episodes
then 3
and
reunions.
3-part reunion. So
Yeah.
it's
I
only,
feel like
which
the
would make
reunion's going to be
sense.
2-part.
I don't see how they got enough for
now
3.
with Nene coming back.
They'll bring Nene to the
But
reunion.
Nene's
Nene will
only...
get her own episode for the reunion, which she'll just come out for
Yep.
like one.
I was about to say,
And it'll
Nene's
just be
only
about
doing like
Nene.
little
Yeah.
spots.
Well,
I feel like it's going to be
Well, she's
2.
going on a trip with them though, so
That's a
we
lie.
know she goes to.
Which is so crazy, because the initial reports that I read was that Nene
Showed up.
joined them at the end
Yeah.
of the trip. So
Maybe she's just
But
popping up.
So maybe they fooling us still. She just popping up to say hey, and
or
then she
maybe
gonna
this is the
disappear
invite
again.
for the trip.
And we got
is she
a
gonna
chance.
disappear
I hope so.
again?
We got a chance to see pictures from the trip, and we see Nene is there.
Yeah.
So,
But we got a trip in between, so the Nene trip probably is real far.
is there a trip in between?
Could they go to DC next week?
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
gonna
that's
be
not
one
really a
episode
trip
though, real
for
quick.
the Million Man March.
Boom.
Boom.
All right, so let's talk about it. Peter has a surprise trip for Cynthia.
What they say?
Yeah.
So excited you're back. I'm sorry. People are excited that English is back.
She back, y'all.
Yes.
She had to get out of that southern comfort she was having.
No, I was
and come
all
back.
the way comfortable. Okay.
We know.
had
We were
to-
texting earlier.
she had to
She is
step out of
excited
it.
to be back.
I
I'm
am.
excited
What is it
to have
called?
her back.
Getting that andouille sausage. What is it? called?
Andouille.
Andouille.
Andouille sausage.
I was
That's
getting
gumbo sausage.
I know.
lots of
The gumbo
sausage.
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 Hey, Daddy. If you're watching.
You know what?
All right, so
Oh,
Peter.
Don't hate, Char. It's the new year.
Let me tell you something. I'm not hating on you getting sausage English, okay? Because there's no shortage over here. So
Char stays booked.
for shows.
Cynthia's trying to get booked
funny.
herself for that kind of trip, and
is.
Peter has a surprise for her.
Yes, he did.
We see Cynthia and her daughter talking, and you know, Cynthia was really comfortable talking to her daughter
Because
about
Cynthia has no friends.
Peter knocking her down.
I mean, Noelle's 16, you know, she don't.
No.
No, ma'am.
I think it's gross. I don't want to talk to my mom about this at all. I
But
would have left the room.
Not even if you're talking to her about it, you're asking her advice.
Yeah, that's like.
What do you think I no? What
the
do you
fact
think
your
I should do?
daughter's
Should I
like-
give him a second
Second
chance? Like what?
I was just distracted by Noelle's blonde streaks.
Well,
She's
she's
16.
I know. I'm not saying that they weren't age appropriate. I'm just saying, you know, like mommy, like daughter.
I wasn't.
Shut up, Char. You know you have blonde streaks at 16.
Girl,
Actually, no, I did not get blonde in my hair until 2010. So it's
yeah,
been
because you have to
6
think like
years.
generation wise, like.
My mom let me put sun in. You know that spray
Yes,
that would naturally
yes. Oh,
lighten your hair. But other than that, she wouldn't let me dye my hair.
No, but did you
I
guys
used to
also?
box dye my shit all the time. Like,
At 16?
Wow, hell yeah. 16, 17.
Or they used to have this
I just
hair
couldn't,
stuff.
I wasn't allowed to really cut it until I was 17.
It's called
18.
hair scara. You remember it used to look like a
It was like a mascara one.
And kids would use it for like football games and stuff like that.
absolutely.
Yeah, that one really made
Spray it
for.
in. Yeah.
No, I know.
Well, they had the spray that we could like spray.
I would have tried it.
So that's how boring this
We got
episode is we literally can't talk about it.
We're talking about blonde streaks in Noel's hair.
So Cynthia's talking about spicing up her relationship with her 16-year-old daughter.
Cute? Is this too short? No, that's sexy.
Blah, 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 blah.
And her closet looked the same to me. It did not look super clean.
And which was funny that the editors showed us that the same dress she was doing
Yeah.
her one-on-ones, she was like
Was the one Noel
hanging
liked.
up and like
Should
showing,
I wear that?
Should I wear this? Like, girl, no.
Boring.
We just saw you with that on.
Boring.
Stop. She don't know that. So Portia, we see Portia working out with her gym buddy,
He was cute.
DP, and I actually like their interactions with each other.
Why don't they hook up?
You know what I mean? They both got fat butts. They
look
were sitting on top
grown.
of it. I was like, they would do that
You
Kama
know,
Sutra workout.
Shar went to sleep.
Shar, why don't you want
Why
butts
you
for
went to
Portia?
sleep? You
I
know,
think
you
DP
know
was
when-
gay.
Oh, I definitely don't
He
think
might have been.
I thought he was. That's what I didn't think like they had chemistry, like they liked each other. I just thought he came off as like, I thought he was the gay guy.
Really?
Yeah, Jesse.
Well, she likes
DP.
those, so, you know.
That's true.
Ooh.
She's following a pattern.
Here comes Courtney with the Amazon rainforest. I'm just
The Amazon rainforest.
I mean, that was a forest of shade. That was literally like a whole forest
I'm
preserve.
just playing. I mean,
However,
you know.
I'm just tired. I feel like Portia, in the event that she ever gets a spinoff.
No.
That's
Why would you even say that out loud? No.
Okay, I'll just end it there.
That's
No.
why you a host, girl.
No, I'm just saying. No. I would actually really like to see Portia dating around and being a single girl about the
Okay.
city.
In
Okay.
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Like for real
Yeah,
dating.
but it's just for real
Like, for
dating.
real dating.
You know what they should do? We should pitch this to Bravo. They should do like a black Sex in the City. Like with all of these girls, like Portia, she should be on it. She
It's
has
called
a
Black Love.
what?
And it's on
It's called Girlfriends.
FYI Network.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I did watch.
What the hell
that.
is the FYI
Yeah.
network?
It's a new network. It's where
Khloe
Khloe Kardashian's
Kardashian.
new show's coming
the
on at the end of
Cocktails
the
with
month.
Khloe.
Yes,
You're right.
And
I
they
did
have
watch
Black Love on there.
I did watch
And it's
an episode
cute,
of
right?
that. It is cute.
It's cute.
Positive.
Well, it's interesting
Yeah.
because they're all like troubled in their relationship lives. So
Battered
they're like
women.
they're in a workshop about becoming better
Yeah.
in their relationship.
What channel is FYI? I haven't
Girl,
seen
it's
any
like-
promo.
it's
Oh,
like
you know, you have to have
307.
premium cable for that.
I have premium cable.
Girl,
Just
they don't get
letting
on
you
Mr.
know.
World
It
Premiere.
is kind of like,
Right.
it's like extra premium cable. It's like the next.
It's like Revolt Station.
It's like you get the first level of cable, then you
Revolt
get
is
some more
right
channels,
next to
and then you get the
Fuse.
next
Right.
group of channels.
You have to pay $150
Revolt is
or
right
more
next to
a
Fuse
month.
on my cable.
For
So,
that.
Shade
so
in
maybe
somebody
after
right
you
now.
get that new unit next month.
Do you all
You
see
can
this?
add
I am in
FYI.
total but you know what? It's okay. ABTV, RHOA fam.
Oh gosh, she put it
I
all
can
out
hold
there.
my own. So thank you. Yes, I will be getting. I'm hopefully
You
getting
have to
touched
get it
by
so you can watch
Tokyo.
Chloe.
If you don't get touched by Tokyo, you can't afford this
What shady
premium
thing are you gonna
package.
say?
FYI
have the
English.
premium package.
Bitch, it don't even matter because Portia, you gonna send some of that go naked hair.
Yes.
Right. Oh,
Please
okay.
do.
You want some of Portia's hair?
I want some go naked hair.
If Portia sends some go naked hair, I'll put a bundle on my head.
I'll put some in. I'll throw some bundles
I would
in.
come in
absolutely
here.
put some go
I would,
naked.
for sure. She has some fantastic. Her hair is always on point. She
Yeah.
need to sell.
All
We've been
8
asking her to
bundles
sell
of
it
it,
to
and I'm
Nene
not mad.
forever.
All 8 bundles for
She
real.
does wear about
Yeah.
it, but it works for
It
her.
works on
I
her.
like all that hair on her.
Yeah.
I agree.
How
But
do you-
not at the gym.
Yeah. Oh no, I
Well,
thought
that's
she
because
was
you know
cute.
it's a fake gym, dude. She ain't working out for real in that moment.
Right.
What
Because your
did
shit
you
would be stuck to your. Yeah, no.
What did you guys think about her and her sister's conversation? I mean, she said she can't depend on her sister. She said, "I ain't gonna run around the mulberry bush. I ain't gonna keep running around the mulberry bush."
Well, like.
It was fake.
I think she just learned that phrase
I
last
wouldn't
week, the
say.
week before.
Did somebody like say, okay, we're gonna
But
have
It
a
was
fight?
fake.
I did like that Lauren was. I think Lauren was actually honest.
Yeah, I-
because she was like, "You called me to be here." She was like, "Thanks for showing up. Thanks for." She's like, "No, girl, you called me to be here. We were supposed
I have
to be
so
here
many
on a
requests
schedule."
that never get. Bitch, she's your assistant.
And she actually made it very clear she's not making no money, honey.
No.
So and she didn't seem
In
like
this
to be lying
glamorous
about
office, we don't need no office. I could do
Flying
this at
coach.
home.
You making your sister fly coach, but you fly.
I mean, but that's
But I get
assistant
that.
life. Like that's
I'm
how
an
it is.
assistant and I fly coach. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes I get the luxury of flying first class or business class, but sometimes I do
Yeah.
have to fly
Yeah.
coach. But
Because
when you
they're
fly
not
coach
paying for it.
international, there's nothing wrong with it. You still get free wine. You still get a great meal. You still get to watch all of those movies. Premium. They have FYI Network on there, so.
She's saying this as if I haven't been to, like I just didn't get back from Sweden.
I don't know. I just look at it different. Like, I get the assistant thing, but it's like, I don't know, like if my brother was working for me and he wasn't making, I don't know. I guess it's just preference.
But that's assuming she's not paying for it. It's whoever's promoters are flying her in. They're like, okay, here's the coach ticket and this and whatever. We'll pay this much to have somebody else come along.
Because if they don't, then it takes more money out of Portia's pocket. Because usually what they say is, if you want to first class, then we're not going to be able to pay you as much as you want.
Because it's a substantial jump to first class.
My favorite line was Portia saying, "You act like I've paid no dues to get where I am. You act like these businesses are not from the money off my back."
Like,
I was like, well, they show our girl. I'm just saying.
Like,
what video was she in again?
Off your back.
Not if you buck.
Some Cut by Trillville.
Yes.
Some
we should play that song.
I remember Trillville.
Pull that song up. What's up? Can I get in your gut?
You know what? Just a quick
Why
fun
she look
story.
back at her? She's like, "You're good."
A quick fun story. I had a friend in high school that had the beginning mattress squeaks of that song as his voicemail. It just was, and he was like, "Yo, what's up? You reached it." And then before the beat dropped, that's when he cut it off.
That's really funny.
It's just
so you would think if you were calling him, he answered and he
yes. But this was back in the day of putting. I mean, I had music on my. I used to sing on my voicemail. But that was a different.
What did you sing?
Songs.
I could just
Beyonce.
Thank you for calling.
This is Shar.
I'm doing it.
Okay. How many of you all you all had music on your voicemail?
Absolutely.
No.
You never had music on your voicemail?
Said, you have reached the phone of.
Yeah.
You have reached the phone of Jesse.
Exactly.
Really?
It's just the recording of your name.
Are you kidding? No.
It's like a beautiful voice. You have reached the voicemail of Jesse.
No, are you kidding me? No, this was my thing. What you would do if you wanted the song that was coming on the radio is you would take your cassette tape, listen to the radio,
that was too much
record.
Yeah, when I was making mixtapes, not my phone.
No, you record it so you have that song.
It's so hot in here.
And then you play it on your voicemail.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
I played half of Independent Woman on my voicemail.
Oh my God, wait, but do you guys remember the Nokia rings where they go?
Yeah.
Monophonic and polyphonic, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Polyphonic is when they got the orchestra.
And
when
that's where they have
What else you
Breakbreaker.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about the episode a little bit. So, sister says, "How can I have a life when I'm focused on Portia, bitch? This is your job.
That's what you chose, girl.
You chose to do this. This is why family.
You feel it? Come on.
This is why I feel like family just that kind of position. Unless
It's
y'all
tough.
are understanding, like this is what it is. Not the best situation.
Yeah.
Portia visits her sister with some Publix flowers. She's upset with her sister that she hid the pregnancy from her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can tell that that's been bothering Portia the entire time.
Of course.
The entire time. She said it felt like Lauren is living her dream. Like living Portia's dream.
But
Shut up.
No,
that's what she
That is
said.
true. But then
it's
at the same time, it's
crazy
like
to even
Portia,
think
like,
that.
look at the life you're living.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but no one is ever grateful for their life.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But it's silly. Like your sister's running around crazy, doing everything for you, and you're saying she's having a better life than you.
Well, I don't know that she's saying she's having a
She's
better
just saying
life,
that she's
but
living her
something that
dream
was
as
a big
far as
dream
having,
for her.
because Portia has the failed marriage. Portia went through all of that,
To
all of
have
those
a baby.
steps to try to have a baby.
And didn't she lose a baby? Wasn't that the whole thing? Like she lost a baby because of the fibroids and whatever. So it's not, oh, your life is better than mine, but oh, you're getting
living
to
the
do
dream.
something that I really wanted.
Yeah.
And I'm substantially older than you. Well, not substantially, but like
Portia's still, isn't Portia like 32?
Portia is 34.
Yeah.
She's 34.
She is 34 years old.
See, Beyonce already got 2 kids at 34.
Beyonce has 1 child.
Well, she has one in the oven.
I keep on thinking about
Allegedly. Anywho, moving on. I didn't know Portia was 34. I thought she was 32 this whole time.
No, honey. She was
I feel
32
like-
when she started the show, 31 going on 32 when she started the show.
Speaking of which, this is so off topic, but Rockman Dunbar, the
Yes.
actor, he just turned 4.
Yeah. 40 something, because I feel like he was 40 like a year. We did a
it's like something
we were supposed to
it's like something young that I saw on Facebook today, and I was like, what? He's so old to me. He's always been like 42 to me.
Yeah, oh, really?
Like,
oh no, honey on soul food, that was my man. You couldn't tell
He's
me.
He's 43 years old.
He's 43. See, to me, I feel like when I was introduced to him, he looked 43.
I could see that.
I feel like it was because the woman that he played off.
Have you ever seen his movie Dirty Laundry?
Yeah, where is that
with
the gay
Loretta
one?
Devine and Jennifer Lewis.
All right, Portia
Cinematic.
eating the caramel apples. I thought that was funny and cute.
She was like,
by the way, that tray really is a good. I've had that tray before. It comes with the pepper jack cheese and the Colby jack cheese.
So you dip that in the caramel?
No, that's just something that you pop along the way.
Okay.
So it's sweet, savory kind of, or spicy.
And spicy. And they have the Granny Smith apples, and I want to say they're called like Fuji apples or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're called.
it's Fuji apples.
It's Fuji apples because they're really sweet and they're kind of yellowish red.
Yeah.
That is a good ass tray. You can fly through that entire tray by yourself in one sitting.
Really?
Y'all buy trays like that just like to have at your house?
I do.
No.
Like I do for a party, but like I don't just have
But
that
I'm
for
sure
me.
her
No,
being
now that-
pregnant.
I have apples.
Now that I'm doing like a whole blending thing, I buy the trays and use the carrots and all that kind of stuff.
Anybody got time for that?
That is
I used to buy them Hormel
so
trays in
over.
undergrad because that's the girl that I was. I still love a lot of like.
Party
I'm not
trays?
going to say that because I can tell a joke is going to come from English. So I liked the Hormel. Thank you. I liked the Hormel trays, and I'll leave it at that. And
Shut up,
Shar.
Thank you. She's reading
With all
comments
the
in
sausages.
between her statements. Someone said, I love Shar's nails. She's like, thank you.
Thank you.
The caramel.
All right, so we see Mama Joyce and Candy crib shopping, and Mama Joyce apparently is getting along with Todd now.
Yay.
Wants a
By
closer
the way, I
relationship.
knew Mama Joyce's meeting with Phaedra was going to be one of fluff. I knew it wasn't going to be
were talking about that
anything
last
dramatic.
week.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like Mama Joyce loves Phaedra.
She does.
Well, because they're one and the same.
Yeah, they both sit and talk shit about Todd. Wants a closer relationship with this baby. Phaedra, they talk about Phaedra. Candy tells her mom that they haven't been talking like that. Mama Joyce is so worried about her high-risk pregnancy, so she goes to see Phaedra. Yeah. And an interesting thing with the Phaedra conversation is they brought the Derek J thing back from last season. Remember that woman that sued him?
About the weave.
Yeah.
She put old weave in, he put old weave in her head.
Which obviously was false because the case got dismissed because she didn't want to move forward with it.
Oh, but they said it on camera.
Yep.
Try.
Mama Joyce came in, asked about the situation with Candy, high pregnancy, said, I don't want Candy to have any problems or get upset in any way because Mama Bear.
I will throw my shoe.
She just always looking like she in her head saying, this bitch.
She never opens her mouth.
Because
she says a lot.
Because Mama Joyce gonna come at you and she gonna say something.
And this one eyebrow just kind of go like this.
Yes. It's like she has Botox.
Hey,
She might get it
Mama
regular.
Joyce terrifies me. With all due respect, I like Candy.
I love Mama Joyce though, but
She is
she's
very
crazy. She's
scary. Yeah.
She is a scary figure.
Imagine her as a
Interesting.
mother.
No, oh my God.
And then I gotta say this about Mama Joyce though. I love that she decided to take a stance and go see Phaedra and try to mend their relationship. And I thought it was, whether it's fake, real, or what, if this was a real life situation, I thought this is what a mother would totally do. Go in and say, help her with the baby shower. Like, find some sort of way where they both can kind of drop it and
No,
work
I don't
over
think
it.
that. I think
Why?
if they were really best friends, but I think Candy has actual best friends. She wouldn't be friends with Phaedra if it wasn't for this show. They
No
were
shade.
friends because they were forced to be friends. And
Friends
they,
of circumstance.
And they found some camaraderie between each other. But I think Candy has real best friends like Tiny. Like, you don't ever see
Tiny,
pictures
Carmen.
of people that she actually hangs out with on her
Don
Instagram.
Juan.
That's who should be planning her baby shower. Why
Thought
Phaedra?
Phaedra was gonna make her way into that club, but Phaedra showed herself not to be one deserving of. So
Because you can see that Candy did feel that way about Phaedra.
yeah, she was
but
like, "I'm bringing you in. We're in this."
I'm here during your delivery. Like,
Yeah.
I'm here.
I mean, I can
And
see
Phaedra
it.
was there for hers, by the way.
Oh, she was?
Yes.
Phaedra
They took a
was in the
picture.
She
delivery
had
room
to.
for Ace Wells Tucker,
Tucker.
Candy's son.
because she couldn't.
I wonder where they got the inspiration for the name, but congratulations
they wanted
to them.
use cash,
Ace?
but then they couldn't anymore because Kim did.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, that was years ago. That
Ace
baby's like
Wells.
5 now, so Candy let it
His
go.
name's Ace Tucker, but Ace Wells. I wonder where the Wells came from. But congratulations to them.
like
He's a Capricorn. There's so many good Caps.
He's a good person.
Are Capricorns good people?
Yes, and proven successful.
Success. Speaking of success, you guys ever heard of Blue Apron?
Yes, I love Blue Apron.
I actually am really into it. I just learned about it, and I'm going to teach you guys about it. So Blue Apron,
Listen up.
you got to learn how to cook, right? So not only do you feel like you know your way around the kitchen and cooking at home, sometimes means eating healthier and saving money instead of ordering expensive takeout again. But where do you start? Blue Apron has you covered. For less than $10 a meal, Blue Apron delivers all fresh ingredients you need to create home-cooked meals.
Yes.
You just follow an easy step-by-step instructions. So basically, they give you
a box. They literally,
so it's foolproof.
They literally send you a box that's refrigerated, and they give you down to pepper, salt, everything, so you don't have to buy anything. So this
Don't mess with my season. I season to taste.
Well, I mean, they give you it all.
But the best part is each meal can be prepared in 40 minutes or less. No overwhelming trips to the grocery store.
Right.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And no matter what your dietary preference is, they make it a breeze to prepare dishes like, you ready for this? This is a diet.
Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready.
Buffalo chicken sandwiches with endive and blue cheese salad.
yes.
Seared salmon, salsa verde with orange spinach and farro salad. And then even like say you're a vegetarian, you could do like a butternut squash with poblano chili, toasted pepitas, charred
Oh my
lime.
gosh, I'm getting so hungry.
Boom.
Right?
So you get to cook with ingredients that you've never used before, like watermelon radishes.
Do they have like southern dishes? Because I've never seen like.
Yeah, they have a chicken and drop biscuit casserole.
Ooh. Do they got some catfish?
And they
fried
got
catfish,
a catfish.
No, they don't.
Cajun fried catfish.
If you Greek, they got lamb and gyros.
Okay.
Are they ever going to drop by the studio? Do I have to do the $10 thing? How do I
have to
sign
give them
up?
a
What do I
call.
do, Jesse?
So it's easy. Right now, all you got to do is you get your first 2 meals for free at blueapron.com/podcast. That's blueapron.com/podcast.
So they're giving away free Blue Apron.
Two.
Wow.
So just
Get on it,
blueapron.com
y'all.
Next Monday, I'm cooking before the show.
You're gonna make a Blue
Thank
Apron
you,
meal?
Blue
Get it
Apron.
delivered here. And then cook
and
at the
Shar's a
stove right
bomb-ass
there.
cook.
There
Thank you,
go.
Jesse. That means the world to me. I enjoy cooking, so to get, compliment. Well, everybody thinks so. English is hating because my gumbo's better than hers. But, I mean, it's the lineage, girl. It's the rootage in my family.
Girl,
So.
bye. My family is from Louisiana. Don't get it twisted.
Okay,
boo-boo.
well, same,
Nobody
but,
ate your. I heard that your gumbo. I heard that Shar's gumbo gave everybody the run.
I heard that English don't make her own roux.
Oh.
Girl, bye.
She's
I mean,
roux
they're
from a
cooking
jar.
that flour for hours, honey. Don't do me.
Don't play.
Stirring it up. Just stirring
hours.
it up.
All right, so Phaedra meets up with Todd. They review the workout video. Phaedra didn't like her polka dot shirt. That's your problem, because why would you wear a polka dot shirt?
Of course,
in that
she
kind
was
of a
gonna find
situation?
something to
I thought
not
that was
like, so she
hilarious.
can prolong the
And
check.
it was really funny when he was like, "It's not rendered. It's not what it's gonna look like."
Yeah,
Right.
you
I was
idiot.
so glad that I knew what he was talking about for my Final Cut Pro days when I would be
Okay,
eavesdropping, because I'm not much of an editor. You guys know I just do this and toss the tape to someone else. So I was like, yes. So I was like, yes, come on for the render. Can we get the live chat back up?
She said, she has no intentions of releasing, but honestly, from what I saw, it didn't look like a horrible video. And
No, it looks nice.
to me,
It was a good
Phaedra's
location.
body type is an average woman, and she's pregnant. Like, you don't see much of. I don't know if that's like a big
Pregnancy
industry.
videos.
So it's almost like if she did that 12 hours
And she
before,
tapped into that.
12 hours before she gave birth.
Maybe it
And
was
that
like
could be
inciting
a
labor.
marketing stance.
Exactly.
It helped me induce my labor. And
Yeah.
I gave birth.
I think you should release it, Phaedra. Make that extra coin.
And let Todd make some money too.
But I didn't like the whole
jabs.
little. Yeah, he said it was $8,425 she owed. She said, "Well, this is Todd's only job right now, so let me
That's
squash
rude.
this and so we can move on."
You don't talk about your friends.
I have
husband like
jobs.
no, you don't.
That's what
I'm not crying over a couple G's.
Bye.
There's
Phaedra.
no that means
She keeps-
you're a fair weather friend. You've never been a real friend. There's
Exactly.
no way I'm gonna
You
talk.
set them up
You
together.
hooked
Yeah.
them up, believed in them supposedly, and then you're gonna trash her husband.
And
Now that
she
they're married,
keeps,
like that's
you know
husband.
what kind of pisses me off about Shady Faye? She keeps trying to defer away from the initial agreement and the initial point. I don't care how you feel about this. I don't care how you feel about me. We have an agreement, and I need my money.
Right, like, Phaedra, you ain't knocking on Bravo's door talking about, well, I never finished, like, bitch, you never finished the scene, bitch.
Because she would hold them, if Andy was like, well, girl, you never finished.
Wait till we're done editing.
Right, before we cut you your check. Like, Phaedra would have a fit.
Like, wait till we're done editing.
You get your check at the reunion.
Once it's rendered, we will write you a check.
Cohen and all of Bravo.
So, let's talk about it. The only thing that sort of had some sort of substance...
I was like, what was it?
I forgot this even happened.
Right?
Okay, I did too, but...
I support Kenya.
I actually gotta say...
I support you, Kenya, and I'll tell you why.
Her dad was just the most adorable thing to me. He was so endearing this episode. Yeah. Like, I totally believe him. Now, with Kenya...
I'm sorry. Who is Demetria keeps popping up like every time we
congratulations, Demetria and Roger Bob.
But you know what's funny? That her last name is going to be Bob.
Demetria Bob.
And she had a bridal shower.
She don't care. She got the ring.
Hopefully
and her initials
hyphenate.
are DB.
And it wasn't a Cheerio.
I would hyphenate. I'd be Demetria McKinney Bob.
Yeah, McKinney Bob.
She might
Bob is
Bob McKinney.
She will.
Bob is a horrible... Dear Miss Bob.
There are worse names out there.
Yeah, you're right.
So Kenya's parents were 15 and 16 when they had her. The moms basically said she didn't want her, so she got up and left. I thought you were gonna make a comment.
No, I was about to sneeze.
Her dad's mom, which it's so interesting to me. Is there a certain age in households where you don't call your mom anymore and you refer to them as their first name? In my household, like, I'd feel like I could be 40 years old, I'm going to call my mom. If I ever was like Connie, she would slap me across my face.
But I think it's dependent on the relationship.
It is dependent on the relationship.
But even good relationships, I've seen kids, once a certain age comes...
Some parents want to be
only
referred to by their first
way that
name.
I call my parents by their first name is if I'm joking.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'd be like, now Sharon.
Right. That's when you know you're crazy.
And even then, I can't.
Exactly. You know,
my mom would get
I
offended.
have to call her by her nickname. I'd be like, D-Dubs, what's going on? I can't call you Deborah. No.
So... Kenya's grandmother, her dad's mom, took Kenya in, and Kenya wants to do a Moore Grant family reunion, which turned into not anyone's last name family reunion. Kenya's
family reunion. Well, that's fair enough. It's Kenya's family.
Yeah.
I wish my cousin would hand me a shirt with their talking about Jennifer's family reunion. Girl,
but you know they were excited. They're like, because that's the famous
the cameras
person in
are
the
here,
family,
right? Yeah,
and the cameras are there, so they were probably happy about it.
Are you kidding me?
That was such a pretentious thing to do. I'd never pull that on my family.
I wouldn't either.
No, I threw my
That's
family's family reunion last year. There's no way I'm gonna send our T-shirts that say English's family reunion,
like, no.
and I show up like from California with like all this glamour.
It wouldn't even feel right having those printed up to me.
No,
it's like an asshole.
But
move.
it's like she knew it was gonna be on TV, so
so they're on the bus, and she said she wants to invite her mom, and she said that she's curious as to why her Aunt Lori won't help her give her a number or contact her mother for her, because Lori is Patricia's sister.
Right.
She knows why. Lori said she's staying out of it. She can't help her. She
and
told her
Lori
that years
early.
ago.
Yeah. I want to also interject that Michelle, I believe that's her name, her Twitter handle is ATLian, like alien. Yes. Yeah. She is a blogger based out of Atlanta who I happen to follow, so shout out to her. She mentioned that, first of all, she posted an article from People magazine in 1993 where she had her receipts where Kenya basically was not interested in talking to her mother. And she just was kind of, I guess, providing additional perspective when we were live tweeting the show, saying that not everything is as it seems, playing devil's advocate, if you will. And that Kenya's mom says that she's a private person, but her door has, quote, always been open to Kenya. So it might have been a camera crew thing. And then there is a situation that is being implied that Kenya cut her mom off for years because she wanted her mom to apologize.
Which I could
Well, I can see both of these things happening because when you're in different phases in your life, sometimes you want to meet this person, and sometimes you're like, my life is fine without them. Sometimes I miss them. Sometimes I could do without them. So, I mean, I get it. I'm sure Kenya went through a phase where she didn't want to be friends with her mom, and I'm sure her mom went through a phase where she wanted to see her daughter, and vice versa. So
that's natural, but I think that there is more to it, and I think that Kenya showing up, I feel like it almost might have been
on a tour bus. Like,
I feel like it was almost like a ploy to kind of change Kenya's storyline a little bit. Kind of like
it was definitely an exploitation of her storyline
to Kenya's storyline versus the
and it
evil
worked for me.
woman that we.
It did because seeing her I
saw right through it.
I mean, look, I saw right through it, but there are elements there. I think her dad comes off way too authentic for me, and maybe he was just crying because he really don't be seeing his dad.
But that's why it should have stayed, because if she had just like reconnected with her dad and the family and whatever, because she knows what the situation is with her mom. To show up at her mom's house with cameras and a bus, to me, is a ploy to like give you some story.
I heard you locked the door.
Yeah. And what was really weird was that she's like, driver, turn here, and then when they pulled up to the house, she said to her dad, this is my mom's house. But her dad said that same door we've been knocking on for years. So he's been there. He knew where the house was.
Maybe he meant metaphorical
door. I think
door.
he meant door. Like, I don't think he meant that house specifically.
Yeah,
I think he meant like we are constantly going to this.
We're constantly trying to reach out.
Yeah.
But that whole part seemed so this whole episode was a big letdown, but I kind of felt like it was going to be, in fairness, because of the teaser from last week. I wasn't excited. Like the teaser from last week, they made the big hype of this episode when Lauren and Portia were sitting on the couch eating the apples.
Really?
That was the most dramatic point of the teaser for last week when they were promoting.
Well, I felt like they tried to make the most dramatic was Mama Joyce.
Mama Joyce sitting down.
All of us are looking at that like Mama Joyce ain't gonna go in and get bugged with Phaedra.
Yeah,
like really,
because Phaedra will embarrass her and have her escorted off of the premises
or bury her.
I had to call the sheriff and have Mother Joyce escorted off of the premises away from my office.
Honey, I don't know what they.
And now she is at my funeral home.
Okay, so Candy and Todd can take their little big heads down to the jail and bail their ratchet mother. I
introduce two people with big heads.
Yeah, that whole thing.
Anyway, Kenya.
Kenya goes into should we get to the Kenya Moore family reunion where Kenya introduces Bryn into her best friend Shonda, which again fake if you rewind it.
Shonda did not look excited.
Well, first of all, she said if you watch it, she said I've met him before.
She mounts that.
She literally said that.
I met him before, and then he says so nice to meet you and goes in for a hug and she hugs him, but she looks at Kenya like I've met him before.
Weird.
They didn't
you can clearly see it.
No, and even hear her mumble it.
They didn't prep her properly.
Nope. She wants to rebuild with this family and says that her actually what I thought was interesting was at first we thought her dad was talking about his parents, but then come to find out
because they use so many formal names, formal titles.
Like we're supposed to just know who these people are.
They like an Edna,
DL or WC,
and your grandfather.
Shut up.
No, they do.
But it was so he said that the Patricia's mom was really nice to him, but the father acted like he was nothing and said no more illegal babies, which he meant illegitimate.
I was like, wait, illegal?
Yeah. I was about to say, Kenya, wait a minute.
Honey, in a Christian household, that is illegal, y'all.
That's illegal.
No, it is. I mean,
in
fairness, Oprah... Side story, when she was sent down to live with her father in Tennessee when she was 14 and secretly pregnant, he told her, I'd rather have a daughter floating dead down the Cumberland River than to bring dishonor on this family.
That's real.
Well, that's how my grandma was total. When my grandma went to college, she graduated at 16, went to Grambling in Louisiana, and she was making real gumbo.
I didn't come for your grandmother. I bet your grandmother's was delicious.
She got pregnant and had my dad, and her grandmother claimed my dad as her kid because she was the dietitian in the community.
That was common. My mom said that people used to go all the time, would be 16 and all of a sudden go to Chicago for a summer.
Yes,
and
that's exactly what what they
all
did.
the
Go
time.
to Kansas City for
practice.
the summer, come back.
Yeah.
And I got a baby.
My grandma was raised the exact same way. We found out we had a great grandma that we didn't realize was our great grandma because it was actually our auntie who raised my grandma.
It's crazy how the politics of all of this work. But
I totally agree with Benson and Olivia. How could Kenya not have attachment issues? I mean, this storyline, although I think there are parts that are so contrived, but I think that they're pulling from a legit story.
Agreed.
Right.
And this is why she's messed up.
Not being
head.
claimed by your mama is not a pleasant
And
thing.
the thing
And
is,
it's
very relatable because there are tons of people out there that are dealing with this same exact issue. Yeah.
I know some, but I felt that it was kind of unfair for people. I saw, you guys know that I pay attention to the feeds or whatever. By the way, if you want to see that article from People Magazine, search on Twitter, #ABTVRHOA, and it'll come up because I retweeted it. But anyway, I saw a lot of people attacking Kenya like, but Kenya damn near 50. That still does not take away from the like, you can find ways to cope, even though I still find this storyline fake as hell. But
that she called her grandmother a raccoon, like.
But in real life, age really doesn't matter.
No.
I know people who are in their 60s who still have issues, you know, they've accepted it for what it is, but it's always that lingering thing like, why did my mama want me?
But I think it's the point is that when it's continually affecting your day-to-day existence, like you cannot have a healthy relationship with a man because of these attachment issues. Like that's why people are like, girl, you're almost 50, because we're in an age now where we are in a space where you can work those things out. It's not so shunned upon to go to therapy.
That is
so
true.
To say that it goes away,
and
I'm not expecting it to go.
To certain resources.
You have access to resources to make it.
And at this day and age, everything is tangible.
Yeah.
People are finding, like that show, Finding My Father. People are really finding their family members.
Yeah.
And so why can't,
hey,
like,
Sally
I
helped
can't
Chili
even
find her daddy.
Right.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Aunt Lori, Patty Mayonnaise, she only stayed for like 10 minutes and then left.
Aunt Lori is a real
Is that who they're calling
character
Patty Mayonnaise in the watch?
We call
We've
her
been calling
Patty
Patty
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise for like 5 years. Yeah.
Shut up, Shar. What?
And-
You didn't know that?
Is there a party next door?
Yeah,
I'm
like
sorry.
someone
There's some
pull
major
out-
bass
We
going
like
on.
the best and feeding them legs. Okay,
No,
let me
I was
stop.
gonna say,
But no, Aunt Lori is my favorite person as it pertains to Kenya.
No.
I really like her.
But I want to know, like, there's some depth with Aunt Lori that, like, she's a very interesting character in how this whole situation has sort of come about over Kenya's life, and I would love to, like, get some real
because it seems like she
the only
talks
family member
to Kenya's mom.
Oh,
like,
yeah, she
it
does.
seems like
She's
they have
in
a
contact.
real relationship.
Yes.
That's her sister.
Yeah, I know it's her sister, but it's like she's really not giving her more than I just can't tell you. I
but
just
at the
don't
same-
know.
So I had a situation like this with my grandfather and my aunt. My grandfather is the only person in my family who got a divorce and like went off. And so his sister felt like that wasn't cool with the family, so she actually took my family's side, my grandmother's side, and it's kind of like an Aunt Lori situation where she stood and basically took his role, made sure, you know what I mean, gave the best presents and made sure all the grandkids were taken care of because he just left and didn't care. So I'm wondering if that's what Aunt Lori feels like, that need for Kenya to be in her life.
But at the same time, I think she respects and honors the fact this woman gave you up and apparently does not want you in her life in the way that you want to be in her life, and it's not my job to change her mind, because then that gives us conflict as sisters, and that's not my decision to make
that
anymore.
happens. Not to keep referencing Oprah, but it happened with her mother, Vernita Lee. Her mother didn't want anything to do with her.
And now
she did not. Oprah was a one-time, similar story to Kenya, one time under an oak tree in Mississippi. That's the only time Oprah's mother and father were together ever. And so Oprah's mama didn't want anything, but it does speak volumes when, because I literally just watched something on Oprah, that's why I'm so fresh on this information, but she ended up mentioning it is a revolutionary act for you to be born in this world and to be wanted. That's a feeling that for people are excited that you're here, they have planned, the baby room's painted, like that's a totally different feeling than kind of like,
Who's
gonna take care of this damn baby type thing.
Yeah. Right. And in Kenya's case, apparently her mom wanted to give her up for adoption, meaning she wanted her gone somewhere, not around, and somebody decided, no, this is our family. That's not her, and her family obviously didn't want nothing
to do with it. But you know what, at the end of
the
the day, it's that's not really Kenya's mom's fault because her parents made her.
She was 15 years old.
And exactly. So when her parents are putting that in her mind, she has no other. And I know now she's an adult and she should know better. But I mean.
But even as an adult, if you have not raised this person, you decided.
And now this person has green eyes.
You're
you
not
don't know
my
this
child.
person.
This is not my child.
Well, I look at it like I wonder what if the situation is she has a family now and kids, and if she looks at the TV and is like, Kenya's acting crazy, and I don't want to, you know what I mean?
And then
like,
she's showing up to my house with the damn camera.
But I can see Kenya's mom saying, "Look, if you want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation.
But
I'm not doing it on camera.
I'm not doing it for Andy. I'm not tap dancing for Andy and the girls over there at NBC
and she's not
going
to get a check from it.
Well, because imagine what the editors could do if the situation isn't true and it's a little.
They could put it any way they want.
You know?
We have no idea what Kenya's been doing over the course of her adult life.
I don't know what Kenya was doing prior to Real Housewives. Last time I saw her, I think she was guest starring on either Living Single or Martin for one episode.
That was what, 20 years ago?
Right, that was. And then she popped up and I was like, oh, Kenya Moore.
She did a movie, what was it, with Boris Kodjoe? She directed it. No. She directed it. It begins with a C. Shit. She did produce a movie. I saw it in Redbox a whole bunch of times, but I don't know. On that note, let's head into predictions.
20 years, so that's what we got.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
predictions.
All right, so we get the Million Man March. We get a tall, sexy 19-year-old boy where Phaedra's like...
Who's 7 feet tall.
You legal. Legal for what?
Right. That's what Sheree was like.
Phaedra just wants a ride on the happy stick.
Okay.
Yeah, but Sheree's like, I don't need to bring my sons around you because you're a little.
Or maybe Sheree's like, damn, back up, girl. You was checking for Glenn too.
right. Get out of my way.
Back up.
Candy and Todd talking about their restaurant and the family's half and half.
I'd try Candy and Todd's restaurant.
I would.
I'm all for celebrity restaurants. I've been hearing whispers about the Kardashian girls opening a restaurant. I'll be there opening night too in a cute dress. So I would be interested to see what Candy and Todd would have in there, but I feel like it would be stereotypical Atlanta chicken, waffles, greens,
like Miss Gladys Knight's restaurant.
But her aunts cook, so I'm sure they're gonna take a lot of recipes from Candy's family.
Yeah, soul food and barbecue.
What would it be called? The Tuckers?
Oh, I hope not. Come with the Escape. Where you can just kick it.
Shut up.
We get a sit down between. Before that, at the Million Man March, it looks like, or maybe not, but this woman's telling them people don't like African American boys, and Kim Fields is like, oh hell no!
3 years old. This is not for children.
Kim got on up out of there.
I would have to
take
for real. Like that's the last thing I need to hear. My little boy.
That's triggering, traumatizing, and
an older man, but like
grown men.
They're talking to moms, but
explain the context, and maybe they do next week.
Some context that it will make sense.
Sorry, someone, I think her name's Olivia in the chat room. She said, "Plot twist: Aunt Lori is Kenya's mom."
Yeah,
you know they do stuff like that.
Like 3 seasons ago.
Things like that.
Joked about
things like that happen.
Yeah,
any Tyler Perry play will tell you that things like that happen.
You're right. Like I was
you've been calling
really
your aunt your mom your whole life,
and I didn't want to admit it because we had such a great relationship, right?
I cannot. We get Aunt Lori talking about that, my sister said tell Kenya to stop calling, and then she says, I don't think you do. And I think that's edited from the conversation. I don't think she's saying it like, you aren't going to talk to your mom.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more like, I don't think you understand the situation. Yeah. I feel like that might be where it comes from, because Aunt Lori looked like she got buck real quick, and that don't come off.
She looks annoyed and fed up. Like, Kenya, you know the deal. Like, it's not going to change. Stop.
Mm-hmm.
Just
so
stop.
then she needs to be real with every other thing Kenya does, like how she bullies and acts like a freaking tyrant on this show, too.
Well, that's a 50-year-old woman, so
she grown.
Who, Kenya?
Yeah, she grown.
How old is
But
Kenya?
Aunt Lori, that's the most turned up I think I've ever seen her.
Almost 50.
Because Aunt Lori's the
she
peacemaker and always like, don't get mad.
Just
typically black women with fades are typically very, very peaceful women. Typically they are.
She's a lawyer, yo.
They are very.
She's a lawyer.
Yeah,
Aunt Lori is
a lawyer. Yeah.
And then we get Miss Nene back,
typically
showing up.
Yes.
At Cynthia's house.
Yes.
So do we think it's going to be one episode and then she'll be back for the trip? Do we think we're going to get Nene for the rest of the situation?
She said I'm back.
Oh,
I think
Courtney's over it.
I think she's back for the rest of the season.
Can the rest of the season be 2 more episodes?
How did you like Nene's hair?
So excited. I was just so excited to see her.
I saw it last night at the Golden
color is better than it had been that last season. We were stressed out, but I don't like her with long hair at all.
When she had the fro. You talking about last season when she had the fro?
Last night.
I'm talking about and anything last season was a mess.
Oh, yeah.
But this season, I'm
excited. To be honest,
she looks bald and like they stuck 2 long pieces of hair.
I was excited last night when I saw it. Yeah. When I rewatched the episode with Jesse and saw it, I was underwhelmed.
Yeah.
Really?
I was underwhelmed because it's like, if she showed up at Portia's, Phaedra's house, or something continuing from what we saw, now she's going to show up at Cynthia's. So now it's like, okay, now we're going to get this contrived short story.
They rebonded.
How they rekindled.
They rebonded.
But beyond that, so wait, you was liking the hair? Because I saw it last night
live
I think it's
horrible.
At the Golden Globes.
And what did it look like?
Jesse said her wig looked thin.
Really thin as hell.
It literally looks like she's bald, and they just stuck a few pieces at the top, and it's covering the rest of the bald head.
Really?
That is so unfortunate.
But
she looks great though.
She needs a Tokyo style.
She needs some Porsche. She needs some Go Naked.
Is that there's so many good people on Instagram that do great hair and that have all these different pieces and units and stuff like that. Why don't you just go to them?
So my thing is, I know the person that used to do her hair when it was on point. Like when Nicki Minaj was doing all the crazy dope hairstyles, she was doing Nicki and Nene. And then
I've never seen Nene's hair that great.
Oh,
I loved when Nene had the like side cut and it was shaved
The
really short.
MJB.
Not when it was waved, but like it was shaved and it was like cut.
I think she looks good with the finger wave.
I think it's short.
Then she got her.
Like
they got into it, and so Nene had to find a new person, and then that's when the wig started looking a little.
Yeah, because you don't ever get into it with the person that
but
do your
it's
hair.
not hard to find good wigs, y'all.
It's not.
Like,
it's not.
I don't even wear wigs, and I know that.
No, nowadays it's not.
Nowadays it's not.
They're
like
selling
there's
them
no
at the
excuse.
swap meet.
And if you make that kind of money, there is no excuse.
No. And if you have friends and money, shut up, Shar. No,
I'm just saying, who rocking a swap meet?
I'm just saying, like,
I was gonna say, what swap meet you go to? I need to go find it.
No, you don't.
I want to see it though.
I was
Like,
about
do
to
they
say,
have
Courtney,
it on
you will
head?
not.
Like,
no, I'm just saying it's that easy to find.
Okay, because I felt like
accessible.
my homegirl. Like, would you ever buy hair from Sally's?
No.
Okay. My friend went in. She went in to go buy
my
a
New Year's Eve
bundle.
ponytail. Oh no, that was from the Chinese man.
And she was gonna go buy Sally's, and she had another option. If that's your only girl, please.
They have braided hair.
I don't even go to the beauty supply to buy hair.
Me either.
No,
I get my bundles from. Shout out to My Extensions and Lace Exclusive.
Boom.
And Bella Dream Hair.
But and also make sure you guys check out Queen Wink. That's also Queen
Yes,
Lux.
Queen has some
She has some
luxurious
cute hair.
Shout out to
Yes.
Extensions
Wait, did you know that?
Like I'm trying to get a
About Queen?
sponsorship. No, she just told me. We went to
We're
dinner.
gonna have a conversation about it.
We didn't get
All right,
into it.
let's wrap it up though, because we gotta get to Love and Hip
Somebody
Hop.
said bye wig.
Wait, do you have any more tea or no? You said you had some tea.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was the only thing about what
Nene.
Kenya's mom.
So
yeah.
somebody's gonna mail Nene some hair.
I'm just excited. I'm excited to see what Nene brings, but I just feel like it's going to be underwhelming.
'Cause I
Like
don't
a
think she's
walk
gonna
through
get into
Cynthia's
it with
closet.
anybody.
Right. I want to see
Her and Sheree?
confessional reads.
Atlanta is played.
Yeah.
It's done.
It's
played.
we're getting
I think
there.
it might be done
I
too.
think
It
it's
just should
done,
be called
'cause
The Girls of Atlanta,
if
not The
they
Housewives.
recreate it, like if they recast everybody, like we're all gonna be like no, and
Yeah.
if everybody that's there, we're like no. So
You're absolutely right, Courtney.
no.
Well,
That's why the Potomac is coming.
Andy,
That's why the Potomac is coming.
Potomac's coming, y'all. We're
coming,
gonna be
y'all.
talking about it. So we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys leave us comments, subscribe down below, and please, we need your help. So go to iTunes, hit subscribe, leave us some love and a comment
Type.
on iTunes. Even if you don't even listen to it on iTunes, just help us out because you love
We
us.
need it.
Thank you guys. Tweet us at AfterBuzz TV on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit me up everywhere on social media at DJ Jesse J.
I'm at Stuart Starlet.
I'm English Cleveland at Instagram at Pink English. And then,
I'm English.
Because I forgot what I was going to say.
You gotta be proud.
And then I'm also on Twitter, English Speaks.
And of course, I'm Shar Says So. You can find me everywhere online at Shar Says So. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Shar Says So. I just did a new video today.
And get into that blue apron.
Get into
Boom.
the
Yes,
Blue
check out
Apron.
Blue Apron, y'all. We've better lives in 2016. We love you. See you
Yes.
next week. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the